Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geekin Out. I'm yours, truly, the Nate Meister, here with the Bob once again.
Gabriel.
No,
Gabriel.
it's the Bob.
Anyways.
It's the Bob.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm with the Bob today. And we just got done with freaking Rogue One, the Star Wars story.
I think I've got helmet hair.
You got helmet hair?
Yeah. Anyway, yes, Rogue One. You know, let's just go straight into the rating. Let's just go straight into the rating.
The rating?
The rating is...
Dude, I can't believe it. This is the first one. This is the first GeekTastic rating.
I think this is off the scales
of GeekTastic. I didn't even believe this was possible.
No.
The last time a 10 was deserved in a Star Wars film was freaking Empire Strikes Back.
And again, we'll get into this a little bit later, but this film gave Star Wars fans, and you and I are some of the more heavier Star Wars fans that I know.
It's like every part of this film is a reference. It's a giant homage to the original trilogy.
But it makes you feel like the kid. Like the kid that we were when we first saw these.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we would pretend that we were going with Luke Skywalker down those trenches of the first Death Star. It made you feel like that again. You just was superb.
Oh, you believed it.
Superb.
You believed in the Force in this film.
Superb. Yes. Yeah, but again, the acting was great.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very strong character with
Jyn Erso. But the character development was freaking on point with each character. Even though we only got a little bit, that little bit was just enough to just fall in love with these characters.
Yeah.
For example, freaking Cassian Andor, man. The co-pilot of the U-Wing Starfighter with K2SO.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Han Solo of the film, but pretty much it wasn't like a carbon copy. He was his own character.
No, he had his own demons. He had his own characteristics, his own way of presenting himself.
And you're definitely a big Star Wars fan if you realize the cameos. The cameos in this film were just on freaking point. It just kept coming out of nowhere from the woodworks.
Right, but there's cameos in there that are even hidden. Don't expect it, but because of how Disney is going through and trying to align their canon, put everything together, this film did so well.
I had more excitement watching this film. Rogue One.
No, don't lie.
What?
Don't lie.
What?
Do not lie, okay? There wasn't just excitement, okay? When certain things happened, we erupted. We had a whole row of all of us. And there is, I would say, the more Star Wars fanatics out of us, meaning him, me, his father, his brother, all of us, with this, just four of us in a row, just yelled out when certain things happened. And from there, you know what? Coming up in just a minute is going to be some spoilers. So I think everybody should brace themselves. If you do not want to see spoilers,
this is the spoiler deck for you.
As soon as you see this happening,
hurry up!
As soon as that Vader. Darth Vader, people.
Oh,
this guy right here, back in all of his glory, voiced by none other than James Earl Jones. He came back for this. James Earl Jones did it. And it tied it in. It tied it in.
Perfect.
Like just how Vader's supposed to be.
Ruthless. Abusive.
That's what your father said.
My dad said he was abusive.
His father said that Luke's father was abusive.
Darth Vader's Devastator pops in from hyperspace and just rams everybody.
Everybody's trying to get away. Everybody, let's get out of here. All right, fine. Let's get light speed. Interruption.
Van Hammer. It was just like straight out of a horror movie. Vader just lights up from the shadows and just goes Jason on everybody.
He just force pull, force choke, force slam. Just
lightsaber in half.
Lightsaber in half. Force choke and break his neck.
Kylo Ren style bump. And he pulled back all the blasters.
4 blasters. At one time. 4 blasters.
All of them.
But the whole time, you just had these people banging on the way. Let me out! Please, don't let him kill me! Men running for their lives, but seeing him at his most ruthlessness against the enemy.
He comes in and delivers work. He goes to work. He puts that lightsaber on freaking Director Krennic. We only had a few moments with him, some memorable moments that allowed us to learn about the character. And Director Krennic was on point for what he wanted. Like, he wanted to prove himself. Like, he was a younger Tarkin, in a way.
Sorta.
Yeah.
He was very much just in that moment where he's like, you know what? I'm creating this thing. This is my baby.
This is my baby,
You don't take my baby away from me. And by baby, we mean the Death Star.
Oh, that Death Star, though. But that moment allows us to witness the beautiful CGI that went into frickin' Tarkin.
Okay, Tarkin is in this.
Tarkin.
Grand Moff Tarkin. Governor Tarkin
yes.
is in this film. Something I would have never thought we would ever see again.
I thought it was actually going to be an actual actor.
No, they CGI'd him. They did a great job of it. It is noticeable, but if you're not looking for it, if you're just enjoying the film, he plays into it so well. Whoever the actor is that got to do his voiceover and even stand in for him, it's not a replica of Tarkin. It is Tarkin.
Like, after the first initial test, Tarkin's like, impressed. I'm very impressed.
You did a good job with this Star Destroyer, this Death Star, but guess what? I'm going to use it.
It's mine now.
Yep.
And then Krennic came over to Darth Vader. Vader's like, so you woke me up from my sleep to
tell me you screwed up. And on top of screwing up, you screwed up some more. You can go away now and screw up again, or you could die.
Just gave him the bird, okay?
Pretty much, he flicked him off. I can have my ship back, right?
Do not choke in your admiration.
Don't choke on your own
director.
Admiration. One thing after another. One thing after another is just reference. Then after Tarkin, we went back to the Rebels. Yavin 4 was...
Oh,
they did a great job.
Even Yavin 4 had freaking cameos galore.
The temples and everything that were thrown into that. The scale again was great.
The scope guy came out of nowhere, like, hey, I'm scoping you.
I'm scoping you. I'm watching you into the distance. Yeah. From Blue Harvest.
From Blue Harvest.
Bail Organa.
Bail Organa reappears again.
But it was appropriate for who his character was, getting ready to introduce Leia later towards the end. She's in there. She's in this one.
Yeah, I would trust her with my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so beautiful too. And the music playing, and his smile, like the last smile we see Bail Organa, like that was just so perfect. Like
because
a good
later
goodbye.
you know he's done. He's gone.
Yeah, I know that was a perfect goodbye. Really,
right.
You think about it. It was a goodbye.
It's a happy moment and a goodbye with Bail Organa.
Yeah.
And good closure for him too. We had a great introduction to Chirrut Imri.
Oh man.
Chirrut Imri.
Baze with the cannon. Oh my god.
These two guys. Perfect introduction to them. Just, it's sort of so subtle, but at the same time, it gets you interested in who they are.
Chirrut was like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the group.
Because you can just tell with what he does with that stick, with that staff, and how he dodges things and works his magic.
He's blind. The Force hiding his senses to the point where he just jumps right in and takes you out. He even had a guy at his arm like this. And blocking blaster bolts. I was
like the bolts are coming at the stormtrooper so he doesn't get hit.
He was blocking every shot. I'm like, really?
No. What was far more impressive is when they go to the other planet, Edu, and he just goes. Okay, wind. Got it. But his own version of a bowcaster now.
Mega bowcaster.
La, fire, and hits a TIE fighter.
TIE down.
TIE fighter. This is in one of those trailers that's out there. Hits a TIE fighter. Bang! It goes spiraling
out of control
into an anti-aircraft cannon.
No! That was crazy. He timed it perfectly.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is one with me. That is his mantra the entire time. But his character, again, barely introduced to him. You don't know much about his backstory. You don't know much about Baze's backstory. But they wrap you in with who they are so that later, when things start occurring to them, you feel for them. And you're like, why?
Yeah, here's the thing, though. This is pretty much a rendition of Seven Samurai in space.
I would say that.
They didn't have to be
other
there.
than that they're protecting a whole village.
They're protecting the galaxy.
Okay. Of our next cameos that really geeked us out, that had us yelling at the top of our lungs. Not only, people, did we get Blue Squadron, which was what Red Squadron originally was with Episode 4, but because of blue screens, they couldn't do Blue Squadron.
Speaking of Blue Squadron, General Merritt. Oh,
that mustache.
Oh, that mustache.
I hope you get to show a picture of that mustache.
That mustache and his smile. Like, every time he goes in and takes out freaking AT&T.
1970s mustache. That is an old school mustache. You got to give that man props. That's almost Tom Selleck mustache.
Oh, yeah. That's Tom Selleck good.
Tom Selleck mustache right there.
He goes down with the ship.
Yeah, it's sad. But still, he had an epic moment.
He had a bad bit. He went down fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you got Blue Squadron. Then we got to see Red Squadron. We were hoping for Wedge and Biggs. We didn't get them, but we got the nice surprise of Gold Squadron. Not just showing them, but like the ship. But showing the pilots. The actual pilots.
Not the voiceovers. No.
The voiceovers. The actual
pilot. The pilots.
Here, we got to see them.
In action.
In action, doing what they do best.
That's why they're leaders, okay?
Flying X-Wings. But yes, I think this film did so well. So many cameos. So many things. It's just, again, a great film. A great film. I think that's a good place to sum it up. Geektastic.
Geektastic. Thank you, everyone, for checking us out and geeking out.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Of course.
Happy holidays. Hope you all enjoy Rogue One. I'm Gabriel, not Bob.
Bob. And I'm yours truly, the Nate Meister. And may the fun dreams with you. Always. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Not Bob.
Let go of me now.